Listen to it crackle. Little cozy vibes for us while we go through St. Patrick's Day decor together. I also have my green drink. This was not planned actually, but I do have my green drink. This is just AG1 greens. It doesn't even look that green right now because my background and lights are all green, but it is a pretty green drink. So you can stir up the bottom there a little bit, but it's good. People always ask me what it tastes like, and it's good. It tastes like pineapple-y vanilla, which might sound weird, but it's good, and it's not like overpowering or it's too sweet or anything like that, but it's quite good. And this is like my vitamins for the day, but it's green, so I thought I would share it with you. And I have my green sweater on. I apparently do not own a lot of green because when I went to put on something festive for today, my options were this, and then I have one green tank top. A very different color green. But this is a nice cozy little cardigan, and where I live, March is a crapshoot. You never know what you're going to get for weather, so we're still very much in sweater weather. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this bin up. I don't usually decorate my house much for St. Patrick's Day. Occasionally I'll throw a banner up or something like that. But on actual St. Patrick's Day, I like to do like a festive table mostly for my kids, but we'll do like a fun dinner or a breakfast depending on what day of the week it falls on. But a lot of this stuff is just repeat items from year after year. I just take them out to use on our festive table. You know, when they were younger, we would do leprechaun traps and little things like that, but now I tend to just get them like a little bag of gold coins and add them to their little, we have these little, you'll see these little, what are they called? The pots, the big black pots, colanders. That's not a colander, it's what you strain something through. What's the word I'm thinking of? I can't remember. Okay, so first things first, I have a headband. Just the essentials, of course. This is a sparkly green headband. I have a feeling this is probably my youngest daughter's, and it ended up in this bin. But it's very cute. I'll wear it for our video today. Okay, so we've got our headband, and then I have a little, I can't get to that right now, I'll get to it afterwards. I have some green napkins. Just plain green cocktail napkins. And then similarly, I have little dessert plates. Not very exciting, just plain green. was a box of 20, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left in here. So, some forks for the table. And then I have some cups in here as well. So I have, let's see, 2, let's see, 3. Oh, I do have 4. Okay, hold on. 4 little tumbler glasses. I don't know, they look like little wine glasses, but I'm sure I just use them as like juice glasses. I would imagine that most of this stuff I have picked up over the years at either the Target, Dollar Spots, or the dollar store. And I think I've told you guys before, like I do a little festive something for my kids for all of the holidays, but I just keep this little bin. I'll wash all this stuff and reuse it next year. shamrocks, things like that. That's like an easy way to make like a festive dish. Okay, let's see what else. So then I have another baggie, and this is all of the gifts for the kids. So let's open this up and see what is in here. I have a bunch of these little cauldrons. This is what I'll put their gold in. Their chocolate gold coins. When my kids were younger, we would do a scavenger hunt too on St. Patrick's Day. So at the table there would be probably like a leprechaun trap that failed. And then because you could never catch the leprechaun, they're so sneaky. So then there'd be a clue from the leprechaun though, and it would send them on different locations throughout the house or outside, and there'd be a gold coin for each of them at each of the locations. And then the end might end with, I don't know, a little treat or toy or something. So I have these. A pair of really cool glasses that are very tiny. Okay, we'll wear those. Okay, so some glasses. Let's see. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys, I found a really old Rolo. Apparently Rolos were a treat last year, and that one got left behind. I'm gonna throw that in the trash. Okay, and then there's little buttons. This is Lucky Charm. This one is a little shamrock. And then these are some gold coins. These are plastic gold coins. And then I had another button here. What's this button? Oh, Lucky Charm. That's the same one. And these say 4-leaf clover for good luck. And they all say that. Yep, they all say that. So they're little gold coins that say 4-leaf clover for good luck. Let's see what else is in this bag. Some rubber bracelets. Oftentimes when you buy these things, they come with like a whole bunch. Or they might be from, like little parties that the kids went to. But I don't know, I save it all and put it on the table. And they can be as festive as they want but my kids are. Part, at least. In fact, when my husband and I were still dating, we went to Ireland together on a trip. I had a friend who was studying abroad there, and so we went. Actually, no, she wasn't even studying abroad anymore. She just lived there after college for like a year. So we went to go visit her, and there was a town. His last name, or our last name now, is a town. And so we were like, oh, let's drive to the town and see it. So we drove there, and we kept driving, and we would be like, no, it should be here, and then we turn around and go back and be like, it's here, but I don't see it or whatever. So we drove through it like 4 times, and we realized, oh, this is the town. The town consisted of like one stone wall. It was very tiny. It was not clearly marked, but we did go to the town. There was no town center, no market, nothing. But we did get to experience a moment within our namesake town. Okay, let's see what else is in this bin. I have a little banner here. I should hang this up, actually. This is just a paper banner. I clearly did not put that away with much care last year, but it's just a little sparkly paper shamrock banner. They're little cardstock shamrocks. With this like gold and white rope that hang them all together. It's like shimmery paper. It's not really like glitter. It's like shimmer. This is very cute. I usually hang this like on my mantle or above my kitchen sink. Can you take me seriously with these glasses? Are they too ridiculous? I can take them off. They're actually like kind of hard to see through too because they're scratched up. But this is a little banner. Okay. Oh, I have some fun bigger napkins here. These are fun. These are little shamrock napkins. They have a gold shamrock too. Let's see, do I have 4 left? I just need, oh my gosh, perfect. I have 4 left. Okay, I have the matching bow tie. I probably got this for either my son or my dogs. But this is the bow tie for St. Patrick's Day. Should I take a thumbnail with all of this? I will. I'll do a thumbnail with this in the glasses. Be cute. Okay, and then I have, some like dessert and cupcake. Oh, okay. I saw some like a long time ago. My gosh, my kids were very little. I found like a free printable. I used to use Pinterest a lot when they were young to find free printables for everything and just print the stuff on cardstock, and that's how I'd make decor for parties, birthdays, things like that. But these are little shamrocks that you can stick into like a cake or into like a cake or a centerpiece, maybe something like that. My little shamrocks, and then it's just a bunch of cupcake toppers or muffin toppers. So like I said, you just print these out, glue them to a Yeah, this might have been like a little set of cupcake toppers. I just save them all and stick them in whatever special treat we're having. There's another one in here. This little pot of gold. Rainbow with a pot of gold. And I reuse them year after year. If they get really yucky, I guess I would throw them out because I definitely don't have as many as I once did. This is my little bag. So those are in here. And we are getting to the end of this bin. Oh, here are some of the clues I was telling you about. So in previous years, we've done scavenger hunts. Again, just Google St. Patrick's Day scavengers hunt, free printable, and you can find these. I didn't pay for any of this stuff. So this is like clue number 4 is under a table. Try to find it if you are able. Clue number 5, maybe here, it may be there. How about looking under a chair? Clue number 2 is out of sight. It's near a place that lets in light. So maybe a door, window. Number 3 is has traveled very far. Look around the world, and there you are. Ooh, that's a tricky one. Maybe if you have a globe. Oh, clue number 1 is near a door. About this clue, I'll say no more. So I have a bunch of these floating around in here. And then this is a little banner that I made from that same printable pack many years ago. I must not have had string because I used that like Festive, whatever that is. But this is a little St. Patrick's Day banner. I remember setting this all up when my oldest girls were maybe like 2 and 3, and they had a little table in the kitchen, a little kid-sized one, and they would eat breakfast there and lunch and snacks and craft there. And I remember setting this all up behind their table. I still set it up occasionally. Sometimes I use all the stuff, sometimes I use just a little bit of it, but. And then this is more stuff from that printable. It's just at the bottom of the bin. I mean, these are like years old, guys. So these are like little, like straw. I think these are little straw flags, rainbow straw flags you can cut out and use. This is just some like little, oh, these are Hershey Kiss stickers, which I never used. And these are letters that my kids have received over the years from the leprechaun. So here's the fun one. This one says, "Dear lads and ladies, nice try trying to catch me. You almost caught me, but I'm just too clever. Perhaps you will have better luck next year. I left you some treasures though, and to test how clever you are, I've scattered some throughout your house. To give you some hints, you must find a 4-leaf clover, something green, a gold coin, something Irish, something lucky, and a hat. Good luck and happy St. Patrick's Day. Love, your lucky leprechaun." And then I have these little things in here that are like, this is like something lucky. Something, oh, striped socks. Okay, so a gold coin, something green. So I must have just like printed all of those out that year. And then this is again a free printable. I'm sure I found somewhere online, but this is the Lucky Leprechaun Hunt. And this is just like a little fun activity for the kids to do. They had to find a pair of black shoes, a hat, a rainbow, something green. So that is just about everything in my bin. That is my St. Patrick's Day bin. Now you know all my parenting secrets. I have one of these for like Valentine's Day, Easter. Easter's much bigger because I do decorate for Easter. But like all the little holidays, you celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Actually, I know in the past I've researched like what exactly is the meaning behind St. Patrick's Day and how it became a holiday. Being from the New England, Boston area, it is really just a day for everybody to drink green beer. That's pretty much what it consists of. It used to be a really fun holiday when I was in college and years afterwards, but nowadays it's just mostly this. When I was growing up, my mom would always make corned beef and cabbage, even though we weren't Irish, and I actually kind of love it. I love corned beef and cabbage. I love the salty cabbage. It's so